Hey y'all, welcome to Rob Squad and the Creators. Thanks for tuning in for another amazing episode. If you're new here, we'll start with introducing ourselves. You're here with your girl Amber.
And your boy Jay. And guys, Elvis Presley. So much has been said, so much has been written about Elvis's life, but in the end, his music is his legacy. Decades after his tragic death, Elvis lives on through his incredible recordings. So this week on Inside the Reaction, with our channel best friend, Mr. Tim Sommer, our channel's human music wiki page. Literally, I don't know where he holds all this knowledge, but he is here to guide us through them. Tim, what do you got for us today?
We're talking about Elvis Presley, and we're talking about Elvis Presley and his magical gifts as a singer and as an interpreter of other people's music, other people's songs, and how he makes it seem like it's coming from him, like he makes it seem like it's coming from his gut, his soul, his toes, his experience. That's what Elvis was good at. He was good at so many things, because I think he is the king. And
The king.
I don't say that lightly, but what happens when you're king? People forget that you're a human too. And people forget that Elvis's greatest skill was his skill as a singer, not as a legend, not as a myth, not as a guy who ate peanut butter and bacon sandwiches, though I hear he was very good at that too.
Peanut butter and bacon.
That's
apparently was his favorite.
Oh, that kind of sounds nice.
I'm going to have to try that now.
If Elvis did
I'm going to try it now. If Elvis tried it, I got cool.
I think you can go online and actually get the recipe that Elvis used when he ate his peanut butter and bacon sandwiches. And maybe we should all try that sometime. Maybe that should be a new thing for us all to try.
When my
try it
kids
together on
ask
the
why
channel.
we're having this for dinner
That's right.
tonight, I'm going to blame Tim and Elvis.
We all need to get one for the channel. But yeah, I'll say I've heard there's a lot of kind of quirky, unorthodox stuff that Elvis did
As a human.
And ate. But that all obscures the fact that he was a magical singer. And today we're going to listen to Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. It was a song written by Danny O'Keefe in 1972.
Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues.
1 year later, in December of 1973, Elvis went to Stax Studios in Memphis. As you probably know, Stax is a place associated with legendary soul recordings like Otis Redding and a lot of people like that. Elvis went in there in 1973 to record his version of Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. And man, did he sell it. Did he sing it? And that's what we're going to listen to today.
I almost feel bad because you make a song and then Elvis covers it and it's like, well, darn, it's Elvis's song now.
It's kind of that same way.
It's his now.
My top example other than Elvis is Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah.
When she sings a song, it kind
It's
of
hers
becomes
now.
hers. Yeah. So I'm excited to hear another kind of cover that really isn't a cover because it's Elvis. Right?
So I'm saying if I'm an artist, I wouldn't want Elvis to cover my song.
I think but that is an honor.
An honor. But hey, like I said, it's Elvis's song. So we are ready to jump right into it.
And it's Elvis and Stax Studio in Memphis. That's legend meeting legend.
We're ready to jump right into it, guys. Make sure y'all like the video, hit subscribe. Let's check it out.
Everybody's gone away.
Wow.
Said they're moving to LA. There's not a soul I know around. Everybody's leaving town. Some caught a freight, some caught a plane.
It's almost like a country twang.
Find the sunshine, leave the rain. They said this town will waste your time. I guess they're right, it's wasting mine. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. telling me you're not a kid at 33. Play around, you'll lose your wife. You play it too long, you'll lose your life.
I love it, and because I love it because you brought up before we even started the video, you brought up Linda Ronstadt, how she can kind of do everything and she does other people's songs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting the same with, like, we've heard Elvis, we've heard him in a rock setting, we've heard him in a ballad setting, we've even heard him. I think remember it was the one with him and Frank Sinatra. It was almost like a crooner setting, and then here,
That's right.
And then here you're getting kind of a country kind of twang.
Oh, it's very country, and
you
he's
get
big.
the guitar. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When it comes to artists that can dominate any single genre, Elvis and Linda are the two that I think of.
And it's his emotion that I think that creeps through, right?
Yeah.
Like, this feels woeful. It feels, you know, he definitely is expressing that emotion. I noticed that within the lyrics, he mentioned that, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, but at the age of 33, he's not a child anymore. He mentioned pills. He mentioned losing his wife. And without knowing, you know, all the details about his life, I do know that that is something that he personally struggled with and experienced with his life. And he didn't write this. So I think it's kind of an interesting timing or an interesting song to pick.
I think there are a lot of songs between 1969 and 1977, from going from Suspicious Minds all the way to one of his last recordings, Moody Blue, where Elvis seems to be narrating his own private life, what's going on in his own life. And it's extraordinary because sometimes he was always involved in the selection of the songs. If he didn't like a song that was given to him, he just sort of mumble his way through the performance. But clearly, the way that he is singing this, you can tell he's like, yeah, Danny O'Keefe is telling my story, and I'm going to sell that to the world. And I think that's a very accurate thing you picked up on. I think he consistently chose material that reflected his own experience.
That's really cool.
And that's why it's so amazing to me that someone who seemingly was on top of the world was willing to admit through their music and through their interpretations of the music of others that, hey, it's kind of lonely at the top. It's not really all that it seems to be.
Wow.
Would you ever believe he wasn't telling his own story?
No.
We know
Never.
so much about Elvis. We know so much about his riches, or the where he came from, and in the bottom of the cultural and class ladder. And yet he came up into the time he sang this, he was living in a mansion. And I'll also note, you mentioned the guitar playing. The guitar playing on this is by James Burton, who's the same person who was playing on the last Elvis song we heard,
Polk Salad Annie.
Polk Salad Annie. James Burton, he could go all over the place with his music, from rock and roll to this deeply emotional country style. And I also think you've hit on something. Elvis, and he doesn't get enough credit for this, was one of the great country singers of all time, and you hear that in this song.
When we did the kind of crooner style of Elvis, amazing. I mean, chilling just what he can do with his voice, like you said, in different genres. And it really surprised me whenever you said he doesn't write his own stuff, because this whole time I thought he did because of how it comes across.
And I remember you pointing out, like, you know, how he's kind of became this myth, right? This caricature, or you know, the impersonators that we have. That was our impression of Elvis coming into this. That's what I knew of Elvis, like Las Vegas.
And it's sad now.
That's what I thought of Elvis. But then coming into the channel and exploring his music and seeing songs like American Trilogy, where it's a human.
Amber, forget about everything but the voice.
Coming into it, I was like, oh, he's just the guy who flops his hair and does all that. No,
it's so much more. Like,
it almost feels disrespectful
to think of it that way. Yeah, like American Trilogy, like to see him sit down like as a human.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you mentioned.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you mentioned American Trilogy.
That's
There's
so
a line
different.
in that where he sings, "Your daddy's gonna die," and every single time I hear that, it gives me chills.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
we did
I didn't think about that line in there.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I want to go back and listen.
Yeah,
The
I
American
do
Trilogy
too
was such
now.
a beautiful song. I want to go back and listen to that.
And I think that we were just so shocked by his voice in American Trilogy. I mean, it was just like this. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm ready to get back to it.
Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues.
Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Some gotta win, some gotta lose.
Just that line right there.
Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues.
Oh, I love the pace of that song from the bass. It's like a lollygagging pace.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
very,
It's
very much
cool,
so.
yeah.
Very slow paced, and I'm glad you chose this one for Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. So and you said it's all about his voice. So I'm glad you picked it because I feel like we just got taken to school with that voice, taken to church with that voice.
He's so integrated into the ensemble. He's playing with a band. He's listening to the band. He's responding to what they're doing, and he's responding to his own heart. And it's just a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
And there's so many good Elvis songs out there for the world to discover, for you to discover, for your watchers and your listeners to discover.
Well, now we are definitely going to be doing a deep dive. Anytime we get Elvis, we're going to have to bring Tim on the channel just to give us the info.
I really love him in a country setting. Like in this one, I feel like his emotion just bleeds through. Now, was Kentucky Rain kind
Very,
of,
very.
Mm-hmm.
was it similar?
That's very similar.
Yeah, okay. I loved Kentucky Rain.
That's a Neil Diamond song, I think.
Was
and I think
it
actually,
really? I thought that was his.
Kentucky rain keeps pouring down, and up ahead's another town that I'll go.
This recording always reminds me a little bit of Neil Diamond as well. It reminds me of Glenn Campbell too.
Yeah,
Glenn Campbell
it
for
does.
sure.
Yeah, Kentucky Rain is a Neil Diamond song.
I would have never guessed.
And I definitely say Glenn Campbell just kind of because the pace and the guitars,
The ease and the
sound
beauty of the
guitar.
voice. Because Glenn Campbell's voice is extremely, extremely beautiful.
No doubt. Well, Tim, thank you so much again for hanging out with us
What a
today
pleasure.
in the RSR family.
Thank you.
They always
Thank you.
enjoy it whenever you come, and we enjoy it too. Like I said, we have our own Wikipedia right here of music. I mean, we could sit here for hours upon hours and be told stories, but we're going to save some of those for some more episodes. But as we always send you guys out of here every single day, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you, and remember every day that y'all wake up, it is a blessing and that you are blessed. And for you new family members to hit that subscribe button down below, we welcome you guys to the RSR family, but y'all have a goal every day just like we do. Let them know.
All right, y'all, together as a collective, we can spread so much light and love by going out in this world, putting our best foot forward, offering some grace, and if you can, try to make somebody smile.
We love you guys. Till next time. And Tim, thank you again. We'll see you guys later.
Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues.